Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Scheduled Maintenance Show, the very first episode of this brand new talk show. I am your host, yet another cis straight white male looking to put his voice out onto the internet. Well, go. I know it's what everybody needs in this world is another show, another podcast, whatever the heck. But honestly, I've been really looking forward to this. This was put together between myself and the guest that we have on today that I will introduce here shortly. And I've just been looking forward to it for a while. Just a spot to yap and talk about gaming interests, interviewing people, friends, whatever the hell I want to do. And I've been excited all the past, I'd say, month trying to get this set up and ready to go. Um, so yeah, but why is it called the Schedule Maintenance Show? Well, it's because much like World of Warcraft, kind of feel like we need a weekly reset, and this is kind of the place to do it. So instead of taking, 12 hours to patch a game that fundamentally changes nothing and breaks everything else, we're just going to yap about whatever comes to mind. And with that, I would like to introduce the person joining me today. She goes by many titles. First and foremost, she's the pseudo executive producer of the show. Also goes by Queen of Memes, Faz Daddy, Son of Stupid, Everything Bagel. But most importantly, it's my bestie. It's Ashley. Ash, how's it going?
Good morning. Thank you for stalling for me because I stuffed my mouth full of food and then you started introducing me and I was like, shit, I gotta like down this food so fucking fast.
Off to a great start. Fantastic,
I'm
great
so
start to
hungry.
this
It's
whole thing.
early.
Listen, luckily for you, you had enough titles to go with to where I could just keep stalling and stretching for you, even though I had no idea you were just shoving your face with food. That's great.
It was the telepathy. Don't worry about it.
It was that one brain cell share between us. It's just like food, food, stall, stretch.
I was like, please stall, please stall, please stall. I don't want to have to like unmute myself and be like, hold on, I'm eating food. As
Just like,
funny as
wait
that
a
would
second.
be. Hold on a second, guys. I'm so sorry. This cards are crunchy, man.
But you know what's funny? The Faz Daddy title would have matched there because he would have just gone, oh, 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 oh. So
You're not wrong.
I'm not
But I
wrong at
hate
all.
it.
That's 90% of our conversations. Let's be honest here.
It's just stems. It's just stems.
It's just, I forgot to say Sultan of Stims. Oh my goodness. How did I forget Sultan of Stims?
I
That's
mean,
that's
it's fine. It's fine. Next
insanity.
time. Next time. Next time.
Next
We'll
time.
we'll
I'll do that
we'll
for I'll do that for your next intro for next week.
yeah. We'll put it on the board. We'll put it on the board.
Put it up. Yeah. We'll put it on our Pinterest idea board that we've got going just for the show. It's
Yeah.
we'll put it right
Pinterest.
above, don't fuck it up. So it works.
Pinterest. Who uses Pinterest anymore?
30, 40-year-old white women.
I was about to say the same thing, except for like, 30, 40-year-old like single moms, but that works
True.
too.
Fair. Absolutely fair. But yeah, you and I had started talking about this, I want to say about a month ago. Some people in chat had brought up the idea of a show, but it was really you and I kind of talking more of just like, let's just turn on the stream and yap for like an hour or two.
I brought it up as a meme and now it's a reality and I don't know how to feel about it.
I mean, that's 90% of the shit that you say, though, is
Yeah.
starts as a meme and then either something comes out of it or a running gag happens, which either way, something came out of it.
Yeah.
You're so proud of
You know.
yourself, aren't you?
Yeah, a little bit.
But yeah,
Well, but we you brought it up and we were already like talking about it kind of
true. You did bring it up, and we had been talking for about a week at that
a
point.
couple weeks. Yeah, a week or two at that point, yeah.
You know what's great about this, and it's something I need to work on. I didn't hit record on my system, so I'm just gonna have to download the
Oh
VOD after this.
no.
So I will
All right,
have
time
to
to
make.
restart the stream.
Yeah, let me go back to the logo real quick. No, we're not
I
doing
was gonna
that. No,
say I'll mute again and I'll stuff my face full of carrots again. Got it.
no, we're good. I can download the VOD. We could deal with shitty 720 Crayola Vision P quality for the first episode. And then YouTube will fill itself with comments of like, hey, we don't need this. And then we'll do it again next week.
Oh my god, another podcast on the internet? Whoa.
Bro, I know, right? It's crazy. But figure what we'll end up doing for the shows, we'll have it on Mondays for the foreseeable future. Ash will be available. Uh, and if not, we'll figure what the hell else we want to do. But this is going to be Mondays, I think. And then we'll record and the VOD goes up on YouTube the next day when scheduled maintenance for WoW, at the very least, actually happens. So it's,
Schedule maintenance for every game, let's be so for real. Steam has maintenance on Tuesdays.
I thought it was Wednesdays. Is it
No, it's
Tuesday?
Tuesdays,
Oh,
yeah.
even better then. So you know what? It works on multiple levels. We planned that, chat. Don't
That's
think
why I
otherwise.
said it would be funny. Because I'm like, every scheduled maintenance that I know of is on Tuesdays.
So then, you know what? The VOD going up on Tuesday while everybody's waiting for that to come back to listen to whatever the hell we're yapping about, it just works. It works on so many levels.
Don't have anything better to do? Come watch our podcast or listen. Easy.
Hate yourself? Listen to our show. No.
Love yourself and listen to our show. Aha.
True. You know what? Valid. We're here about lifting people up. Speaking of lifting people up,
Oh no.
the weird
Oh no.
transition to this. Uh I wanted to take a moment and get people to know more about who the hell Ash is.
I'm an
She
enigma, and that's all they need to know.
they say again?
I'm an enigma, and that's all they need to know.
Well, let's unravel that a little bit. Because you could still be mysterious in whatever you want to do with these answers. But I gave Ash the opportunity. When we were planning this, I was like, hey, I'm going to have a segment where we interview you and we get people to know who's behind the chat breaking memeness of the mod in my chat. And I was like, do you want to know these questions ahead of time? And she said, nah, I'll raw dog that. So this is all her fault. And
Yeah.
mainly she's to blame
Yeah.
for her own actions here.
Yeah. Frequently am.
That being said, I want to make sure our stories are straight. So that way, when we get pulled over by the cops, we both know what we're saying. So, why don't you tell the fine people a little bit about yourself and how the hell you and I came to know each other eons ago now at this point?
Um, a little bit about myself. Hi, hello. I am Ishle Bagel, whatever you want to call me. I really don't care. I'm just a people. Um, we've known each other for like what, like 15, 16, something like that years.
Too many years,
Uh,
some would say.
it's a lot of years. There's a one before it, so I stopped counting. Um, yeah. We've known each other for forever, and it started with like League of Legends, wanting to like make a team that goes hard and wins tournaments and shit, and then here we are. I've been kind of
That worked out so well for us.
yeah. I mean, it's what started your well, kind of started your streaming career, right? So I've been kind of
Yeah.
there from way the fuck back then.
You know what's crazy to think about is we started playing League together with like one friend group when we first met each other, and we've gone through like 6 or 7 at this point, I wanna say.
Yeah, yeah.
We're like, the others just kind of fell off, and we still keep talking to each other for some reason. I I don't get it.
I don't know how you put up with me, man. I don't know, man.
I was gonna say the same thing to you because, like, let's be completely honest. We both have the ability to get on people's nerves with our stimming and all this shit. Yet when we talk to each other, we're just like, bet.
You know what they say, stimming. Stimming is the opposite of being normal, I guess.
And that wants me to lead into something else I've wanted to talk about and accuse
Oh
you
no.
of.
Oh
So,
no.
this bitch, we want to talk about stimming. One of the titles I said and wanted to give Ash was the Sultan of Stimming. Um, I want to know, where the hell do you get off sending people this over and over again.
I love it so much.
Chat, I don't think you understand.
I love it so much. It makes me so happy every time. Like, look at them running around. They're so freaking cute.
She has sent me this so many times.
Almost daily for the past
Almost
like couple.
it's a lot. And like this is where we talk about putting up with each other's shit.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite, man. I love it so. I have tears in my eyes. I love it so much.
What's worse is
They're
like
so cute.
you if you don't send that daily, it's like I will go like a day or two where it finally gets out of my head and out of my TikTok DMs from you. And then the moment like I go, oh, thank God I haven't heard that song in like an hour or so in my head, like a bell goes off in your ear and I get sent 4 of
Surprise.
them. Like,
Well, okay. Like, I won't get them on my For You page for a few days, and then I'm like, ah, where's my Sidim? And then all of a sudden it appears, and I'm like, yeah! And I get so excited.
you are a very simple creature.
I told you I'm a very simple person. I just love ducks. They're cute and adorable, and it goes with the song really well. It's catchy, like, man.
That's the worst part is like it is arguably like a catchy song. But like I swear to God, it's not the whole song that gets in my head. It's just the Sidim and that's it.
Yeah.
It's like you take that part of the record and then just skips over on
I hear it in my
the record
sleep.
player.
I hear it
Oh,
in my
it's
sleep, and it makes me so happy.
that is weird that you hear that in your sleep and you're just like, yes, let's go.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, the ducks, the ducks.
If you had a sleep paralysis demon and it just started singing that to you, you would be like jamming the entire night.
Oh yeah, I'd be grooving like 100%. I'd be like, yeah, that's my shit.
You're like, come back tomorrow. I want this again. Like, let's just
Yeah.
run it back every single time.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, yeah, that's an example of her being the sultan of stims because Lord knows too, like, for those of you that have been in my stream, I've got a stim counter for every time I stim. I don't think you guys understand how many of those are caused by Ash. Like, between either
Yeah.
her baiting me out with random sounds or just like some stims that are ingrained in my brain because of some memes that she sent me. There's one that I'm surprised I haven't had come up during stream, but it came up this fucking weekend and I didn't tell you about it until now, and I'm pissed at you for.
What? What'd I do?
I was looking to clean up my office. I was thinking about what I need to do to clean up. And I was like, oh, I should probably vacuum.
I don't know, maybe vacuum clean.
This bitch sends me a fucking song where it's just let me be your vacuum cleaner of just that lyric. I don't know the song. And she just starts saying that.
Nah.
Oh my God. It was and it came
Listen,
across my brain and I wanted to just like call you up and smack you across the head.
shout out to oh my god, is it the Arctic Monkeys or is it the Neighborhood? One of the two who made that song. It's so good.
Is it wait, Arctic Monkeys?
Hang on.
No, because
I think it's
this is gonna be a
yeah, it's
huge
Arctic Monkeys.
this is gonna be a huge coincidence then. So this weekend I went to like a bin store with a girlfriend,
Yeah.
where they get like their shipments from like Amazon or stuff, and then they like sell it for like flat dollar amount and you clear out the bin store. And there was an Arctic Monkeys record. And I was like, I've never heard of the Arctic Monkeys.
Yes, you have.
And it turns out, yes, I have.
They also did another really popular song that I'll have to send you later because yeah.
Yeah, you'll definitely have
You'll
to
know it
send me
from the
that.
intro. That's all I'll say.
Great. Wonderful. I'm so looking forward to that, Ash.
Yeah.
But Jesus. So, other than the Arctic monkeys and memes and making me learn new stims, what other kind of things are you into that you want to share with chat? Obviously, I know some of your like gaming interests and things like that, but metaphorically, let's
Um,
peek under the Esh hood, not figuratively, because then that's a different website we need to be on.
whoa. Yeah, no, let's not do all that. I do a lot of variety gaming. I like roguelikes.
Bitch loves her
I like my
roguelites.
I do love my roguelikes. I also love my little city builder, city sim stuff. Those are pretty fun. Um, Outside of gaming, I really like music. I've talked to a few people about it. I think Ultra knows about it, but I'm a big music person. I like everything. Yeah, it's pretty chill. Other than
I
that,
see in the
I'm just a
chat
simple creature.
you're a big Haley Williams fan, apparently.
I am. I love Paramore, and I've been listening to a lot of her like solo stuff lately. Pretty good, pretty good.
Very nice. You speaking of city builders and stuff, you were actually showing me a little bit before we hopped online today. You recently got Windrose and you're
Yeah,
experiencing that game. We're
yeah.
we're kind of talking about it, and I apologize if you can hear the dogs. They're going crazy right now. But that game actually does look very interesting. You equated it to uh Arc a little bit, and I think I also mentioned like what was it?
Valheim.
Valheim, yeah. So
Yeah.
what you feeling about that game so far?
I have like 2 hours in the game, but I'm really liking it. It's unironically about to become my new obsession. Sorry, World of Warcraft. Um,
Well, don't apologize too much because we still need you for rating.
I mean you'll have me for rating.
Okay, good.
Smile.
Just don't say
I'm not going
smile because then
anywhere.
I don't trust you.
I'm not going anywhere. It's fine. But yeah, I can see myself sinking hundreds of hours in the game. It's
No,
like
that's
what is it? Hold on, stall for me.
because that game, if I recall correctly, hearing about it, like it went through like a complete development swap, where it was going to be like this huge, intense like MMO style thing, and then they swapped more to the style of where it came out now. And I remember
Yeah,
hearing about that and going, this new version of the game actually looks like something I would enjoy. And here, I think when I first saw that, I sent it to you. I'm like, this is right up your alley, especially when it showed like the pirate fort building. I'm like, oh, Ash is going to lose her damn mind for this.
yeah. I love the survival games. They're great. Um, Stuff like that.
Because
Yeah, I
you've
have
played,
well,
I was just going to say, because you play Arc a lot too, don't you?
yeah, I was about to say I have like 1,200 hours in Arc. It's my second most played game.
What's the first?
VR chat.
Fucking knew it.
I hate to admit it.
You,
I've got
I was gonna say I noticed that was vacant from your that was missing from your list of games you enjoy, and I was gonna
oh,
call
I
you out
mean,
on that.
yeah, I've got like 5,000 hours in it, but most of it's just
Jesus.
chilling. Yeah, I watch movies and stuff, so it's a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you avoid talking about it because people are like iffy on people who like VR chat, or what? Are you embarrassed, or
Um,
what's going on?
no, I'm still waking up.
Okay,
I just kind of forgot it existed.
just kind of forgot it existed. Got it.
Yeah.
But well, speaking of forgetting it existed, I'd like to show this
Oh
next
no.
clip then for those of you. Kind of leads into talking about VR chat. Just want to show this clip because it leads into a couple questions. So let's take a look here.
Oh
Showed up
no.
to the club. I was like, yeah, I've been out of the game for like 5 years.
I can help you. I can help you. Bro, where did you come from?
Oh, no,
Where did you go?
Oh, my God.
Where did you come from?
No.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
So two questions here. One, is Ready Player One just VR chat the movie?
Uh, actually, it's very similar in some ways. It's funny you didn't ask, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. Um,
Didn't ask, don't
I the
care.
right cope seethe L plus ratio. the first time I watched Ready Player One was actually in VR chat.
That's crazy. That's meta
Yeah.
to a damn T.
And a lot of it, I was just like, "Yo, yeah, that's kind of VR chat." It's very similar in a lot of ways. I mean, you've got your video game characters running around. You've got your big titty goth GFs running around. Um,
Gamer's paradise,
y-
really.
yeah. It's just an open platform for like whatever you want to do, you know?
Absolutely. Which leads into the next question. Is everyone on VR chat as horny as I hear they are?
Uh, not everyone, but it's definitely up there depending on which communities you get into. I will leave it at that.
You know what? Fair. well, well, it's crazy because like I remember watching Ready Player One, and I didn't really have an idea of what VR chat was at the time. And I heard somebody like after that movie was over, had made reference like, oh, it's just VR chat the movie. And then I was like, wait, what is it? And I looked it up. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, this could be literally the
Yeah,
game system in the movie.
it's very similar. Yeah.
Unironically, one
I
of my
mean,
favorite movies, by the way. I think that's a great movie.
it is. I need to watch it again sometime because it's been years.
Movie night, we could do it.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing
I
that we
mean,
just introduced you to K-pop Demon Hunters, we could reintroduce you to Ready Player One.
yeah, that we could. Yeah. I'd be down.
It's because I love that movie, like because it had millions of references to it, but it wasn't ashamed to be as million of references to it. I never read the book. I am allergic to reading, so I never read the book. But
I
the
have the book.
movie,
I got halfway through it.
yeah,
Yeah, it's good. I need to go back and reread it so I can like
reread the half that you started and then hope to finish it again.
well, yeah, because it was years ago and like I don't remember. I've got a terrible memory.
What you say?
Exactly. I don't
Damn
remember.
it.
I'm
She's not
sorry.
going to fall for my stuff. Anyway, she's too used to my bowl. But no, I mean, because like you've told me a lot about VR chat and the stuff you've done, like, because you also do you help build models too, don't you? For some people?
I know how to make models to a degree. I got into it a little bit, but I don't have the patience and all that for that kind of stuff. Um, but I have some creators that they go, "Hey, can you test my avatar and make sure there's no like clipping and stuff?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure."
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, like they trust me and they're like, "You're not gonna like, give my avatar out for free to like a billion people." And I'm like, "Yeah, no, I got you."
Yeah, well, that's nice. Not only to have that trust,
Yeah.
but to be able to help more than just showing up. It's cool to be able to see more of a game or community you're a part of. I think, like especially on a back end like that, because geez, VR chat or even VTubing now with the space, it's so much more technical than people realize when it comes to creating those models.
Yeah, my sister actually she came to me recently and was like, "Hey, you know how to make like VR chat models and like VTubers and stuff. Like, could you maybe like make something or like get my friend in the right direction on where to get a VTubing model?" And I was like, "If you're looking at a VTubing model, one, I'm not doing that shit cuz like that there is so much more that goes into
Oh my
VTubing
goodness,
than like
yes.
VR chat models. And two, like you're gonna be looking at least a couple grand because like it's a popular market and they're gonna, capitalize on it and stuff.
That I think was one thing that kind of threw me off. Was like, because yeah, there's like some that are, insert your character here with customization type things. But yeah, you look for something that's custom or even just some customization, not unique to you, not just overall
Yeah.
generic fill in. It gets expensive up there for VTubing, and like more power to them because the people that build and rig those things, damn, they do a damn good job.
I'm here to say rigging models is the main reason I refuse to do VTubing. I hate rigging so much. It is the absolute worst thing. I hate it. I hate it so much.
just us aligning everything to register correctly, or just, I guess, what's the
That
big hang up
too.
there?
I mean, you see it in VR chat models too, where you have to like weight paint and stuff, like, just to get it to move properly with, you know, say like hair, for example, right?
Oh,
You
geez.
have to get it, yeah, if you want your hair to move with your head, that's a whole process, right? And it takes a while. Like for VR chat, realistically, it's not incredibly hard, but it's very time consuming and tedious if you want it
Sure.
to be right.
And then flipping into a VR or VTuber space, I mean, some of these are
It's a whole
incredibly
different
rigged.
beast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, those
It's
jiggle physics don't come for free.
no, and like nowadays, and this is something I told my sister, but like nowadays you have more like face tracking in VR is becoming more common. So you have like, if you smile, you smile and stuff like that, but like it's still kind of um limited, I guess you could say, in VR. Unless you get it like custom done sometimes, whatever. Um but in VTubing, it's you have so many more elements to it where it's not just, oh hey, I have to, rig a smile or like, my eyes open and close or like, half open and whatever, and like it just tracks with my face. It's, oh hey, I'm having a conversation and it needs to look like I'm actually talking to you versus, AEIOU and sometimes Y.
Yeah. Make it look like, oh, it kind of matches versus no, this has to actually match me.
Yeah, yeah. Like it's a lot, and that's partially why it costs so much is because it's so time consuming and it's such a pain.
I remember looking into learning how to just use Adobe Animate to try to make some like 2D animations, and just the extent of like those vowel drawings and everything for that
Oh
was
yeah.
beyond my pay grade. I'm like, I don't have the patience for that. So for to do something for a live model like that where it's even more intricate to where you have less to get away with, it's like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's why like what I told my sister and like what I suggest to anybody who's like starting out and wanting to get into like, VTubing or whatever, start with PNG tubing
Oh,
cuz like
100%.
one it's such a oversaturated market as is. Like I would hate for somebody to go and be like, I'm going to drop $5,000 on this model and then, it doesn't work out,
The people who dive in versus testing the water first to see if they like it.
Yeah, because like PNG tubing, it can be free. If you can draw it, like it's so easy to do. It takes like 5 minutes to set up.
Sure. Hell, even I use I forget which program I use, but I have just a looped version of my orc character that I use, and I have that as like I think it's through Video Studio or VideoTuber or whichever one it is.
Hmm.
And that, even with my low intellect, I was able to set that up. So,
Yeah,
and
it
Fugi is what I use for like showing you on stream right now. That's also one people like, and it's much easier barrier to cross into than feeling 5K for a full-fledged VTuber model that you'll get in 2 years because they're so backed up and take that long.
yeah, honestly. I also saw something on TikTok that was I forget the name of it, but it's a I think Korean site where you can go and you can get like artwork done and you can commission people to do like your VTubing and stuff like that, and it's a little cheaper, but
As long
I'll
as
have
it's
to.
not AI, because fuck AI.
Honestly, that is
Like,
a hill I will freaking die on. Nobody wants AI bullshit.
no. AI quote unquote artists are scam artists, and I will forever live on that hill. Nobody could take me down.
Yeah,
And
same.
like, and there's some places where you talk about AI, it's a gray area, I feel like looking at Arc Raiders specifically, because that conversation's come up about Arc Raiders with, them using AI to create new voice lines instead of paying the voice actors for new stuff down the road, even though they paid to for their voices and those original voice lines. It's like that's floating the line there.
Yeah.
But then like AI for like their machine learning for the enemies, that's completely different. That's that's part of the game to make the enemies more intricate. And then you've got the other side of the spectrum where it's like, oh, let me use AI to make you an entire stream package for your overlays and shit, and I'll charge you $100 for it. It's like, what did you do except type a sentence?
Yeah, you went into Chat GPT and went, here, this is the theme I want, make it happen, and you spent like 3 minutes of effort just for, $100, and it's like, well, I mean, if it works for you, great, but also you're kind of scummy.
Right? Like, even this overlay, like, I made this myself. Does, in my opinion, kind of look scuffed, but I'm happy I made it. And that it's, I took the assets, I took the time to put something together. It doesn't look professional quality, but then again, I don't think I look professional quality, so it's fine.
I'm definitely not professional quality. Let's be so for real. I'm just frog blinking in a corner over here.
I'm built stupid, is what I am.
Yeah, I am.
I kind of talked about it last week about my disappointment with Meld Studio. I'm currently using it now because this weekend I didn't have time to swap over back to OBS. But with them coming out with it's a new paid feature, so it's not something I have to use. But the fact that there's a paid feature to use AI, type in what you're looking for, and it'll generate assets, whether it's, a starting soon image, a game that communicates with your chat, or what have you, that it spits that out and builds it for you in your stream. I'm just like, nah, I can't get behind that, which sucks because I
No.
really loved using Meld and everything they did. But like, when it comes to like implementing AI stuff like that, it's just, I can't get behind it.
No. I am actively of the mentality of I can't bring myself morally to support much of anything that uses any sort of AI.
Mhm.
Um yeah, that's a whole like soapbox that is probably for another time.
I mean, we've only been talking for 30 minutes. We could dive right into that if you really want to, but I think ultimately it's just going to come back to fuck AI.
Yeah. It's
Like,
poisoning the waters and killing the environment. I
all
don't
right, just
stand
show
for
your
that shit.
age. Just show your age
Yeah,
right
I
there, why
mean,
don't you?
yeah. Yeah, I mean that's short of it though, you know.
But then it's really funny too when like you explain to people like, hey, AI is gonna hurt people's businesses and stuff like that. And they're like, no, it's helped mine. And it's like, okay, like me personally, most of my skill set is in content production with editing and mixing and stuff like that. And now so many people are like, oh yeah, I have this AI editor that I don't need to hire a video editor or something like that. It's like, it starts there.
Yeah, unfortunately. It's it's great in theory, I guess, to a degree, but like if you look at like the practicality and like, the overall of it, I guess you could say, it's just mm,
I
nah.
think I think I saw one person summarize it really well. I forget who said it or when I saw it, but it was something to the effect of, and I'm probably going to botch the quote, but it was something to the effect of, we should be using AI to do our busy work so we can be more creative as a race versus letting AI do all the creative stuff so we keep doing more busy work. And
Yeah.
I like that thought process of like, the menial tasks that everybody's getting bombarded with, even if like in corporate jobs, because Lord knows I did one and it was like so much menial task. Let AI do that, and then let me do shit that actually matters. That's what it should be. Free us up to grow as a species.
Yeah. I mean,
Instead, we're
yeah.
making AI robots that can run faster than humans and break records.
I mean, if you're using it for entertainment.
I mean, I did love the movie Real Steel. I would not be opposed to a robot fighting league, but even then, the people were in control.
This is the equivalent of the olden days when they would watch snails race just for fun. You just get a
Shout
bunch
out
of
to
like AI robots.
shout out to DreamWorks Turbo.
True.
True cinematic masterpiece.
Yeah.
I've never seen it. I can't say that.
I've also never seen it, so
I just saw Coraline for the first time yesterday.
Yo, it's such a good movie. I love
It
it.
it was a very interesting movie.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking weird at one point. And the girlfriend didn't like when spoilers, by the way, if you've never seen Coraline. Who hasn't seen Coraline, am I right? Uh me. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. But when they showed the bad guy going at him, it had like the metallic hand. I'm like, oh, this is where Poppy Playtime came from. Got it.
Oh, what? No. Speaking of an oversaturated market, though, am I right? Let's talk about mascot horrors.
Oh my
Anyway.
God. All right, now we've come to the portion where Ash gets on her soapbox about Freddy Fazbear and Five Nights at Freddy's. Let's go.
Oh my goodness. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to subject the internet to that.
No, but let's talk about the fact that somehow Garten of Banban is doing better than the last Poppy of Playtime.
I've heard the last Poppy Playtime was like big doo-doo garbo.
That's what I heard too, that people were not happy with how that gameplay was, but I've never played it because it is somewhat of a horror game and I am one of the biggest pussies known to man. So
I have a few YouTubers I watch that do like FNAF and Poppy Playtime and Garten of Banban and stuff like that, and it's been pretty unanimous that the newest Poppy Playtime has been a little bit of a disappointment to say the least.
I think the craziest thing about Poppy Playtime to me is the fact that so many younger kids like carrying around like the fucking blue guy that has like rows of murderous teeth as a stuffed animal. Like,
Yeah,
because
I
like
mean,
I equate it to like Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, yeah, Freddy Fazbear like has the cute ones, but like I don't want to see my kid walking around with a Nightmare Freddy stuffy.
but they exist and they
They
get carried around as well.
fair. It seems weird, but at the same time, kids on YouTube, they're gonna see that shit anyway.
Yeah, it's
If the
become
worst they see is Poppy Playtime video on YouTube, I'm happy.
that's fair. It's become a genre that's more catered, I feel. Like, this is just my personal opinion. It's not factual in any way, shape, or
You've
form.
heard it here,
Feel free to
folks.
come at me. Feel free to come at me in the comments if you disagree and tell me that I'm terrible. But the the genre of mascot horror has become a lot more catered to children. Like, especially like, the 10 to 12 to 14, like young teens, children.
Okay.
And that's crazy to me. That's just it. Like, it started like FNAF, I guess, started it where it wasn't necessarily geared toward any specific age group, I guess you could say. Like you have like, I'm gonna keep going back to it where like it's Poppy Playtime or Garten of Banban where it's like more childlike in a way. You have like these dolls and stuff that like, you know, I as a millennial kind of grew up with the same style. Like, we had what were they called? They had these like dolls that like you could like move their limbs and they were all made of plastic and stuff. And it was like like not Polly Pocket, but like another one. And it just kind of reminds me of that. And maybe like it's the developers, jumping into the brains of us millennials, or maybe it's like, oh hey, if we make this more, you know, childlike to what we think that kids would probably enjoy, boom, there you go. You have a series and you're making millions of dollars.
Mm-hmm. Do you think maybe because like one of the biggest draws for Five Nights was it kind of played on people's like thoughts of Chuck E. Cheese going wrong, obviously. Do you think
I
maybe
can
that could be, being that it's targeted more towards that middle range, is like that's kind of the age when kids kind of stop going towards shows or places that have mascots, whether it is Chuck E. Cheese now, which is still operating somehow, some way in the big 26, or like they start getting away from like those kid shows where it's like that one figure, that one icon, that one mascot, what it is, and it kind of plays into their growing out of it. Maybe that's why it's
Um,
targeting that age?
it could be a bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Like
Yeah.
honestly, I think it could be because like it definitely plays on the curiosity. That's one of the reasons FNAF got so big was like there's this game that came out that like from a producer nobody's ever heard of. And, the few people who played it, word gets around in the internet. They're like, "Oh,
Mhm.
this is like the scariest game of what was it, like 2010 or something like that?" Like it's an old series now.
I'm
Um
gonna make us take psychic damage in a second. Let me see when the first Five Nights at Freddy's came out. Five Nights at Freddy's 2014. Kill me.
Yeah, so I wasn't very far off.
You weren't, but still
Um
kill me.
but it was like this game came out of nowhere and then everybody was like, "Oh, this is like a crazy horror game." And like, the people like you and I go to our like big streamers and are like, "You should play this game. I think it'd be really cool if you
Mhm.
played it. Like play my favorite game." Even though like not favorite game, but whatever. Play this
Mhm.
game I think you would probably enjoy and shit yourself playing. And then the bigger YouTubers and stuff got into it and it just kind of blew up from there. And like the thing with FNAF is like coming into, gaming, it kind of made the genre.
Mhm. Yeah, because I can't think of anything that would be similar around that time that came out.
I can't think of anything similar like in general.
Fair. I
Like
and
it was new.
mhm. And I think what also played into it is it's not only people, like you say, the creators that blew it up to help make it so popular with playing it, but the fact that, Scott Cawthorn went into so much depth of like story behind it in what seems like a simple, you know, one room, mechanically, minimalistic game. And so you got
Yeah.
not only the people loving horror and jump scare video games, enjoying watching people play it or what have you, but then you get the likes of Matt Pat in on it, who makes a big chunk of his career theorizing about the entire FNAF franchise as years go on.
How many toes does Freddy have? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was crazy because like there were little bits and pieces of lore, whether intentional or unintentional, scattered throughout the first game.
Mhm.
And like I'm not entirely sure if Scott intended for like there to actually be lore in the game, but I feel like when the community kind of blew up and was like, "Yeah, we got to know all of the lore, blah 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 blah," it kind of like pushed him to do more with the series. Like that's just like my own like fan theory, right?
That's just a theory, a fan theory.
True. But
But
yeah, no, like I think like yeah, I mean, just kind of backing up, it shaped into what we have now with like Poppy Playtime and stuff. And like it could also be a matter of like, the parents really enjoying like watching, the FNAF series cuz like a lot of people like, our age, our parents now and we are the ones that really like, FNAF and stuff.
true,
Um kind
because
of exposing our kids to it.
I mean, that's a good way to put it too. Because yeah, we were what, 20, not to age us, but like early 20s when FNAF came out, right? So like
Yeah.
12 years later, a lot of people be having kids and like, oh yeah. And I this is a whole generational thing. Like I know I don't have the stigmatism about video games that my parents had when I was playing them. So it would make sense if like a millennial parent's like, oh yeah, I played FNAF way younger than you are. Go play Poppy Playtime. Go for it. So that makes
Yeah.
sense when you put it that way.
I mean, even still like, video games weren't as crazy popular back in the day of like our parents being around our age. Or
Mhm.
like, what be our parents being the age that they were whenever we were, 10 or so, 12, somewhere around there. Um but back in the day, they would show us like their favorite horror movie. I remember my mom showing me like oh, what was I'm like Five Nights at Freddy's and it's not it. It's Nightmare on Elm Street. She showed me like one of the
Oh
Nightmare on Elm Street movies.
God.
And that got me into horror, like, growing up. Like obviously she waited until I was, a bit older and stuff. And it was like the cheap horror and stuff, which like I'm sure like when, the kids of this generation that are experiencing these games are our age and have kids and stuff like that, it's going to be a whole nother thing, but I feel like that's kind of like maybe where that comes from.
That could be.
Or like our parents traumatized us, so it's our turn to traumatize our kids.
It's funny you say you watched Nightmare on Elm Street when you were younger and that got you into horror. Uh,
Yeah.
I was traumatized by The Shining. Watching it,
Oh.
I saw one clip of it at my friend's house when I was like 10 maybe, and it was the scene when he goes into the bathroom and there's that zombie lady in the tub.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I am going to be 34 years old today, and if I go into a bathroom that I'm unfamiliar with or even familiar with and the curtain is drawn, I have to open it to check to make sure there's not a body in there. Still to
That's
this day.
crazy.
That movie fucked me up so bad.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. Like I was scarred by like the Nightmare on Elm Street movies that I watched, and I like surprisingly, 'cause, like and a few other people know I love horror stuff, like movies, games, etc. Like I love it. I used to go to Halloween Horror Nights all the time. I worked it a couple years. It was great. Not my point, but I could
Ball.
not do. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I could not do horror until I was in my 20s because like it scared me so bad. And then I started going to Halloween Horror Nights and realized like, oh, I actually really like this.
See, I still can't even do that because I went to a Six Flags park and I pissed myself because of a guy in a tree costume.
That's so valid, actually.
We turned the corner. We're on this path at Six Flags. There's people chasing us with like fake weed whackers and chainsaws and stuff like that. I'm
Yeah.
already on edge. My dad sees the guy resetting, so he could have warned me. The fucker didn't. Um, we turned the corner. It's like blocking my view because there was a fence blocking it. I turn the corner and I like see the exit. Like I see the exit ahead of us, and I'm like, this is my light at the end of the tunnel. I'm so ready. And the tree, there was like a pine tree and it moved. And I screamed so much and I stopped, looked at my dad and said, I need to change. And I'm and it's crazy because like most horror movies I can't do. Most horror like haunted houses or and stuff like that. I get so tense and fearful that I just can't deal with it. But yet like
That's
I love the Alien franchise and I will watch that no problem.
that's honestly that's fair. I mean, like horror is not everybody's cup of tea, and I'm as a horror fan, I'm not gonna be like, you don't like horror, you're just such a you're such a pussy, blah 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 blah. Like I'm not gonna do that. I'm like, yeah, it's just not your thing.
Mhm.
I,
I
just
jumped
like
watching Coraline yesterday when it just did like a loud noise and like it showed like some rat or something. I flinched.
yeah. I mean, like I said, it's not everybody's thing. It's my thing, but it's not everybody's thing.
I was watching the Jurassic Park fan film that you still need to watch, the latest
I
episode today, and that made
do.
me jump as well.
I need to watch it so bad.
You
I
do.
love,
It's
I love
it's
Jurassic Park
I love
so
Jurassic
much.
Park minus the latest movie. You haven't seen it still yet, right?
Yeah, no, I haven't.
I
I need
we
to.
need to do an episode, like a spoiler cast episode where we talk about that after you watch it because I think it's on
Yeah.
Netflix now. Uh def
Um,
you should
yeah, I think
definitely
so.
watch it so we could do a spoiler cast. We'll commit a whole segment or a whole episode to it because
I'd be down.
honestly, I have so many thoughts about that movie and the direction of the franchise because they're still going to make more. That's the
Oh
crazy
yeah,
thing. Uh, I just have to read this real quick. I ain't seen a single Jurassic movie. Are they actually worth the hype? Absolutely.
absolutely. Yeah.
The first one still holds up to this day. I want to say, like, even like, obviously, you could tell it's early CGI for the dinosaurs, but it still holds up.
And they used real animatronics instead of just, CGI.
Oh
So
my God. They did.
listen, I will die on the hill. I love the T-Rex animatronic.
Oh, who doesn't? I love the fact that it got wet and it started malfunctioning and scaring all of the actors on set.
Yeah. Oh,
Fun
it's so
lore
good.
drop.
Yeah. So
But yeah,
good. So
no,
good.
the OG 3 are really good. I feel Jurassic Park 3 gets more hate than it deserves. I think it's a fantastic movie. Um, the first 2 Jurassic Worlds, I say, are really good. The third one felt like a rush piece. And then the latest movie, I would not recommend.
I still need to watch it though.
Have you seen the Jurassic Park Camp Cretaceous and Chaos Theory on Netflix, the animated shows?
I need to watch them. They're on my to watch list.
You're killing me, Ash.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm a fake fan.
Fake fan. Fake fan alert.
Fake fan, fake fan, fake fan, fake fan.
Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare. Stem. Uh, but no,
Exclamation point stim in the chat. Thank you.
no, it's honestly a fantastic series, and I still recommend it to anybody who has not experienced it yet, because not only just in itself is it a good adventure, but it really is such a major milestone, I want to say, in movie production with everything that it did.
Hmm.
And goddamn,
Hmm.
Jeff Goldblum shirtless still lives in my head rent free.
Valid.
Oh goodness. I knew we
I
would
don't
get to
know.
Jurassic Park at some point. I knew we
Yeah.
would get to it.
I don't know. Jeff Goldblum brought me onto the side tangent of Jeff Goldblum and Wicked, but instead of playing the wizard, is just playing himself. Like,
I've only seen the first Wicked movie, but that tracks.
yeah, no, like the way he was in the first one is exactly the same way he is in the second one. Spoiler alert. It is so fucking funny to me because I'm like, yeah, no, this isn't like the Wizard of Oz. This is just Jeff Goldblum. Like, this
Yeah.
100% is just Jeff Goldblum.
We wanted to find an actor to play the wizard, but honestly, Jeff Goldblum is exactly who he needs to be for this. Well,
Absolutely.
it's
Like,
like
he
in
plays it so well.
I feel like it's the same thing with Thor Ragnarok when he was I forget his name for the character, but he was like the master in charge of that whole garbage dump heap. And it's like Jeff
Oh,
Goldblum was just
yeah.
playing himself.
Yeah. He doesn't play characters, he just plays himself, and that is honestly so valid and beautiful, and I love him.
He's really, especially nowadays, like I feel like anytime I see him in any media, like he's just having a good time. And
Well, it's
I love
going
that
back
for
on
him.
like going back on Netflix shows. There's the one called Chaos that I'd watched a few episodes on, and I'm really upset because I was so excited for the series and then they canceled it like every fucking Netflix show.
Of course.
But he plays he it's about the gods and stuff, like the Greek gods and stuff. And he plays one of the gods. I'm not going to spoil anything, but like it's literally just him being himself, and I'm like, "You know what? Pop off. Pop the absolute fuck off." Also, did you know he makes music?
Yes.
He has like a jazz band and it's so cool.
One of the first like TikToks I remember seeing with Jeff Goldblum, and it was the guy who does the Jeff Goldblum impersonation really
Mhm.
well, and him doing it in front of Jeff Goldblum at one of his jazz shows. And
Yeah.
Goldblum was just loving it. Like he's like, this is amazing.
I think he posted a TikTok and he was like, "Yeah, if you like jazz, like you're really gonna like my band." And I was like, "You have a band?" I, like went on Spotify and like immediately, was like, "Yeah."
Speaking of Jurassic Park actors, I think I would
Yeah.
be remiss to talk about this. Sam Neill, absolute legend, Dr. Grant.
Oh
He
yeah.
he posted, I want to say a few months ago, how he's dealing with, I can't remember if it's cancer or some disease, but
Oh.
he posted that he's not fighting it. And that broke my damn heart. Cause like
Oh.
his entire TikTok is just him like being on his farm in New Zealand and just
Yeah.
talking about all of his like animals and stuff. And then just to know that that guy is going through this and just accepting, like, you know what, I've got my time that's left, I'm gonna live it. And it just, damn, he's one of those people that like when I hear of his passing, it's gonna break me.
Oh yeah.
It was the same way with Alan Rickman. When
Yeah.
that news broke about Alan Rickman, I went straight to Galaxy Quest. I was like, I
Yeah.
have to watch this for him. My goodness.
Yeah. Goodness.
Just yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know what to say. Just yeah.
I know, really bringing the vibes down with that
I
news about Sam Neill,
know.
but I would be remiss if I didn't bring that up of just
No,
like
no,
what a
no.
beautiful human, and like to like because he absolutely doesn't need to share that, like anybody,
Yeah.
they could keep shit private as they want to, but for him to go like, yeah, no, this is coming up, just live life, have fun. It's like hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. Prepare yourself because this is the future.
Hmm. Yeah, and
Um
it's gonna break me. Speaking of breaking,
okay.
uh let's switch topics a little bit here.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Because we kind of talked about this before, and we had to stop us because we were talking before we went live,
Yeah. Oh
and
yeah.
I want to talk about this with you because it kind of ties into talking about Windrose, because Windrose kind of reminded us about how New World played and looked
Yeah.
in a way, in terms of its HUD and its art style. But you did not know, and I had to break the news to you, that New World is shutting down its servers start of
Yeah.
next year. And it
I'm
just
upset.
I'm upset too, because like granted, I haven't played that in well over a year.
I was about to say I
Possibly
can't really be all that mad because I haven't played it in a while, but
at the same time, we could be mad at the fact of the decisions that kind of led it to this point, because
hmm
I know personally, and we started talking about this earlier, personally for me, I started like getting my heart broken when they made changes to just how the world interacted with itself. Because that
yeah.
game was a lot of fun. The combat style was unique between the skill levels of the two different weapon types you could carry, and there was no like class. It was just based on your weapons. I thought it was a fun game.
Yeah, I agree. I thought it was a really cool concept, and I remember very fondly like playing it when it first came out with a bunch of friends of mine and stuff. And as most things go in most of my friend groups, sorry, we get really into this new game, and like you get the like three people in the group that are like, I'm gonna get to the end game, and then they quit playing.
Hmm.
And then everybody else kind of quits playing because they're not playing and they've moved on to another game and whatever. That's kind of what my group experience with it was. But like, I thought whenever I was playing it that it was a really cool concept for an MMORPG.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
The fact that player guilds could own sections of the entire world map, and
well, that's
I
not the first game that's done that.
no, but I liked how they were doing it.
Not true. Yeah, yeah, I agree.
I thought that was really cool. I like the idea of like going into these massive PvP battles to in order to resolve it. I thought that
hmm
was really cool. The thing that was a bad sign for me, and we talked about this, was originally was set out, oh, if you want to go to certain towns had markets and auction houses specific to those towns, to where you had
Yeah,
to travel. Like if I know this place is got a lot of people doing this profession. Oh, it's probably stocked with shit there. And then they changed that to be, cross account auction house, connected. I'm like, oh, that's losing some of the identity of exploring the world and getting to experience everything there. But I,
yeah. It's it's usually the sign of a downfall though, because it's like, oh, back when the marketplaces per each town existed, it was because they had the player base
mhm,
to sustain that. And as the player base goes down, you have less people traveling and stuff to all these different places. And it's like, well, it's kind of a hassle. And then they're like, well, let's just open it to, everything.
yeah, it was
It's a shame.
it is a shame because obviously you feel for the people who work on the game that obviously are not going to be a part of its development anymore. You obviously want them to do well. I mean, it's an Amazon game, so on one hand, fuck Amazon, but at the same time, you feel bad for the people running it.
I
Um,
mean, I feel like if you work for Amazon, especially like on an Amazon game, that alone, well, I mean, I don't know market for, game developers and all the people that go into making a video game. But like I feel like your reputation, like you could be like, "Oh yeah, I worked for Amazon on this game," and like everybody knows New World. Like just about.
Mhm.
You'd be like, "Yeah, I worked on New World," and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, yeah, like what did you do?" And you explain like your and you'd be like, "Oh yeah, yeah, we could use you for like our game." I feel like they'd have an easier time transitioning, but also Amazon makes games like crazy now, so they
Mhm.
probably just got moved to another project, to be fair.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's worse projects to attach your name to. Like, I'm sure saying on your resume, "Oh, I worked on New World," carries a lot more weight than, "Oh, I worked on that Gollum game from a couple of years ago."
Oh my god, dude, don't get me started. Oh man, I remember seeing so many videos about how it was like the worst game of the year and like
Mhm.
all this other stuff. Oh my god. Imagine putting your whole, like your entire, like everything into this like Lord of the Rings, which is a huge franchise by the way, a
Mhm.
huge series. And you were like, "Yeah, I'm going to represent this magnificent series with a game about a beloved character for a lot of fans," and it's
Iconic character.
absolute dog shit.
I was rewatching some clips of a streamer I watch, and he was doing guess the game, and Gollum came up, and he couldn't tell what it was, and it's like Metacritic rating was 34%, and that was the hint
Yep,
that got him there. He's like, "Was this
yep,
Gollum?" Sure enough.
yep.
God, I
Oh, it
just
had
the
so much potential.
it did, and it just was not great in the slightest.
Man.
Which, you take reviews with a grain of salt, because
Yeah.
some game reviewers are known to have some of the wildest takes. But when it's unanimously like this game is shit, you kind of take it for face
Yeah.
value.
And like I feel like with a lot of the like review sites like, Metagamer and stuff like that, it's you kind of got to take it like you do, the movie ratings
Mhm.
companies like, whatever like IMDb or, Rotten Tomatoes, you just kind of got to take them with a grain of salt, but like
Yeah. You
when
look for the
they hate it and the fans hate it, you kind of made a pile of shit.
right. You look at the reviews, you kind of see the things you want to know about it, and any opinions you take where you can, because until you experience a game, movie, whatever it is, there's more than likely a chance that you're going to have a difference of opinion compared to them.
Yeah. Oh,
Which, speaking
absolutely.
of, have you heard about the IGN review for Mouse PI?
I have not, but I
Uh,
have seen a little bit of the game and I want it so bad. It looks so fun.
so Mouse PI, for anybody that doesn't know, it's essentially a boomer shooter like Doom, but it's set in like 1920s noir Mickey Mouse cartoon land. Looks
So good.
absolutely incredible. The art style is fantastic, and when you think of it as that game, it sounds like a lot of fun. Um, IGN's review of it this weekend
Oh no.
has gotten some attention because of how ridiculous it was. Not just its final scale, because scale ratings on a scale 1 to 10 are so subjective,
Yeah.
but the guy reviewing it, like in his video review of it, was going off about how he didn't like that the gameplay loop was just get into a room full of enemies and you have to shoot them and clear it out before you continue.
Okay.
Didn't like that most of the dialogue and setups were just that it was cheese puns, which, to be fair, if you don't like writing of a game and it gets sick and you get sick of it, is what it is. But you're literally a mouse going after other mice. There's going to be cheese puns.
Yeah.
I think the main guy's name is Detective Jack Pepper, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So
Something like
like
that.
it's there. Oh, happy 420, by the way.
Happy
Um
420.
uh Also was
Fuck.
complaining about how it it wasn't noir enough for him. Like there wasn't a lot of detective work or anything like LA Noir as a game. Just the entire review was just like acknowledging it's a boomer shooter,
Yeah.
but then complaining that it wasn't like a detective narrative single player experience.
It's a detective series where you shoot first, ask questions later.
He went into the whole thing about like how this character is just a psychopath and like how could you solve crime when literally nobody's left in this town after you've killed literally everybody. It
Well,
doesn't make
hey,
sense and it takes away from the world and the story. It's like,
in the sense of the game, you can't have crime if nobody else is left.
there you go. What's
He
crazier,
solved the crime.
as much as I say the scale rating doesn't matter, they gave it a 6 out of 10 when they gave the last Black Ops game a 7. And that game was a steaming hot pile of AI dog shit. So,
Well, I mean, again, that's going back to major like major things who like aren't the average player, right?
mhm.
These are like journalists that they've hired off of like, Indeed, and there's like, here, play this video game.
Yeah.
And it's like, my hobby isn't even video games. I like music, Or I like to sew on weekends.
Yeah. It's almost like this guy was pitched to do a review on this game and was described something completely different than what it was.
I
And
mean,
he's upset that it's not the game that he wanted it to be and not just objectively reviewing it for what it actually is. Like he acknowledges the genre a couple times in his video review, but then he just goes on to complain that it's still not the game he wants it to be. And it's like, that's not your job, though.
wah, fireball. Sorry.
How, how dare you? How dare
I'm
you?
so sorry.
No, you're not. No, you're not. That was perfectly timed. I can't be mad. But that's just seeing so many people online this past weekend dunking on the review. It's
I
funny.
mean, yeah.
It even got to a point where I don't know if it's because of the review, but Video Game Donkey put out a video on the game,
Oh,
and
of course.
we know anytime Donkey puts a video out, he just does the most batshit shit with it.
Yeah.
But so much of the video was just like, oh, they're doing this thing like Elder Scrolls Skyrim, or they're doing this thing like it just kept naming all these games like, oh, this is just a copy of this game when it has nothing to do with it.
Oh my yeah.
Oh,
I
you
I love
lockpick just
Donkey.
like Skyrim.
I've okay, I've seen a little bit of gameplay, not a whole ton, but like I watched a video on it.
Mhm.
Um and I will say that I love the idea of you being a mouse and having to pick locks with your tail.
Oh, it's fantastic.
That is so cool cuz like every other game that has lock picking, like sure, it's like how can I be different from every other, lock picking mini game? And it's like, well, we'll make a simple lock picking mini game, but you use your tail. And that's like our gimmick. And I'm like, that I respect that.
It's funny you bring that up because that was also mentioned in the IGN review, where
Oh
he
my goodness.
complained about the fact that like some puzzles you could just auto complete with your brain off, and other puzzles seemed way too difficult. It's like that's called a scaling
That's
difficulty to a game.
that's video games. That's what keeps it interesting.
It just
My goodness.
it was such a bad review.
Yeah. I mean, I usually don't look at like sites like that for reviews on video games. I just, I have friends who play the game and I ask them for their honest opinion or like even like, you know, not to like backtrack too far and I won't get on like a tangent
Go
too
ahead,
much, but
derail the
like
train.
going back into like VR stuff, there's always like new technology coming out for VR and stuff
Mhm.
and, sure, reviews on sites and reviews from, popular YouTubers who do reviews on said, hardware and all that. I don't follow any of that. I'm like, I got a friend who probably bought that new headset. Let me ask them how they like it. And they're like, yeah, no, it's dog shit. And you're like, okay, I'm not gonna get that one then. I just
Yeah,
rely on like
it's
friends
it's
and
what
community
you
more.
it's what you consider a trusted source because you're not going to go and listen to some random fuck ass if you don't trust their opinion. You go to the people you trust with it.
I'm not some 80-year-old grandma who's like, let me look this thing up for my kid. Oh, they said it's a terrible review. I'm just not gonna get it for my kid. Like, no.
You say you're not 80, but you do a very good 80-year-old voice, so good for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, and like game reviews too. Like I remember hearing there's even some game review sites that are their reviews are AI generated.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
have an AI bot act as if they played the video game and then spew out a review of it. And it's like, what's the point of that? That's so
Like,
disingenuous.
yeah, it's I'd rather get a review from like an actual person, but I'd also rather get a review from like somebody who also has similar interests to mine, you know?
Oh yeah.
Like, oh hey, did you like playing this game? No, because of this, that, and another. Well, this site gave it a 10 out of 10 review. Well, it's actually garbage. And I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna do that. Or I do it just to see how much garbage it is, because, like,
Yeah.
not that I don't believe you, but I have to experience it for myself because, reasons.
Well, and it's like you go to get somebody's opinion on Sea of Thieves, but their only experience with that game is playing the pirate levels in Sly Cooper 3. Like, it's like I can't really give you a fair comparison.
Oh, Sea of Thieves.
Mhm.
I love Sea of Thieves.
I see if these nuts fit in your mouth. Yes, I know.
Okay. All right, buddy.
All right,
That's
buddy.
it. That's it. I'm canceling this shit.
You are
I'm kidding.
not. I
I'm
have the
kidding.
on-off button. You just have,
Damn.
some directorial control. Which is really funny when I told you I was going to call you the pseudo executive producer of the show, you're like, absolutely not.
Yeah. I was like, I didn't do anything. I haven't done anything for the show. I went in chat and was like, we should make a podcast once. And you were like, you know what? Actually, yeah.
And now look at us now. This is all entirely your fault.
Again, I said it as a meme and I didn't expect it to get this far. But you know what? I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. I'll say that much. I'm
As
enjoying
long
it.
as somebody's enjoying themselves, that's all that matters.
Valid. Valid. I guess. Oh
My
goodness,
lord.
then.
Well, and it's funny because like you say, like I didn't do anything yet. We like not to completely backtrack to the beginning of the show, but we had talked about it for a couple weeks and going back and forth. I mean, I might have made the assets, but it was like, no, I need the second pair of eyes on this. And since we talked about it, I mean, it turned out pretty good between the two of us. So
Yeah. I mean, I remember you being like, I'm gonna have points to talk about, and I was like, I'm just gonna wing it. And that's exactly what I've done. This entire time I'm just yapping with the conversation.
and when you don't have anything to say, you just go, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That's just me though.
I know. You know what? It works out. Okay. Somebody's got to be
Yeah.
Conan and somebody's got to be whoever the hell is his co host.
I'm just a simple creature, okay?
Just a simple bagel.
Just a simple bagel.
Speaking of, where did everything bagel come from?
Oh dear. Okay. Lore. We're going back to
Let me ask this. Is it show appropriate?
yes,
Okay.
actually.
Go ahead.
So a long time ago, I used to play like Team Fortress 2 a lot.
Shout out
And I would
TF2.
yeah, I miss TF2 before all the bots took over.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I would change my name all the time because like you'd have a funny name on there, right? It'd be like you got killed by interesting name here that I
Yeah.
don't know if it's show appropriate. So I was like, I'm gonna stop myself. Or it's like, I got killed, or like so and so got killed by a spicy burrito, something like that.
Yeah.
So I was
Something that
changing my
makes you
name.
go, huh?
Yeah. So I would change my name all the time on Steam to be something like that.
Okay.
So I got into VR chat. Because I watched Ross, like Rubber Ross. He played a game of Werewolf in VR chat. And I
Okay.
was like, I love playing Werewolf. Werewolf is such a good tabletop game. It's cool that it's in VR. So when I joined VR chat, my name on Steam that became my VR chat name at the time was Blargle Flargle.
I remember Blargle Flargle for your Steam name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Blargle Flargle is the origin story.
Oh my
So
god, I
yeah,
just got whiplash remembering that name.
yeah. This was
That feels
like
like ages ago.
it was like 2017, 2018.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So, yeah, my name was Blargle Flargle, and I started playing Werewolf. And I was like, oh, yeah, like, I love this because I love playing Werewolf, and it's cool to see, like, a VR adaptation of it where everybody's there, but, like,
Sure.
it's not tabletop.
Hmm.
And then a friend of mine in that community also got me into a Danganronpa inspired murder mystery type game
That
that was
was
done all in VR chat.
I just got flashbang by words. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So it's murder mystery. If you know the series Danganronpa, like, yeah, cool. If you don't, then just know like somebody kills somebody, you have to figure out who did it, essentially, right? And then
Mhm.
there's like a mastermind behind it. You find the mastermind. Bing, bang, boom, easy, right? Um, that's the gist of the VR game. So I was doing that, and I was doing Werewolf, and I'm in like two separate big communities at the time, right? And there was one person in each community that could not pronounce Blargle Flargle. So they started calling me Bagel, and I
Oh
hated it.
god.
I fucking hated it. I was like, it's not Bagel, it's Blargle. I'm like, my name is Blargle Flargle. That's just how it's gonna be. And they kept calling me Bagel. And they knew it pissed me off. So they started calling me Everything Bagel to piss me off even more. So out of spite, I changed my name in VR chat to Everything Bagel. And the thing with VR chat is when you change your name, you can't change your name again for 6 months. And I was like, well, I'll change it to Everything Bagel, make everybody happy, hee hee ha ha, out of spite, and then I'll change it back in 6 months. That's been like 8 years.
I was gonna say 8 years later, and here we are,
Yeah, and
still
I'm
everything
stuck with it.
bagel.
I'm stuck with it. It grew on me. Like I learned to love it, and everybody knows me as Bagel. And if I change my name, nobody's gonna know who I am anymore.
That's incredible that it's just a specific dead naming slash mispronunciation of Blargle Flargle.
Yeah,
I completely forgot that that was your name for the longest time.
yeah. I couldn't think of a funny name, and it was like 3 a.m. and I was like super sleep
Shocker.
deprived, right? Because I was such a night owl back then, more so than I am now.
Name a more
Back
iconic
when
duo than you and being sleep deprived.
yeah, well, uh, my
Don't say
current
it.
plight is insomnia. Thank you. Anyway, um,
Okay, fair.
um, but no, it was like 3 a.m. and I was like, I need to change my name. I'm tired of this. I think it was like Sleepy Espion or something. Is what I was at the time. And I was like, I just need something else. And I was like, Blargle Flargle. And I was like, Blargle Flargle.
I hardly know her.
I was like, that's it. That's the name. That's the one. And I typed it out, and that was my name for like forever until I
Um,
became Everything Bagel.
well, it's so funny too, because like I catch myself sometimes because like when you're in chat, I'll say your stream name, your Twitch name, which is Ashley.
Yeah.
But then because I'm talking to you constantly in Discord and your name shows Bagel there, I swap between the two so many. And I'm
Yeah.
like, bagel, bagel, fuck, which one? And
It's
I'm just start screaming in Tourette's.
it's so funny because like some people like there's a lot of people nowadays that don't know my old name of Ishle. And so you'll call me Esh or like, whatever. And I'm like, who are you talking to? And you're like, oh, Bagel. And they're like, oh, Bagel. It
Bagel.
happened during like movie night or something like that, or like one of the movie nights we had where it was like, yeah, Ash, and they were like, who are you, Ash? You should
Mhm.
Ashley, and you were like, oh, Bagel. And they were like, whoa. I
Yeah, I'm
was like,
grandfathered
yeah,
in with the old Ash name, that's for sure.
yeah,
So when are you changing your Twitch name to be Everything Bagel?
it's taken,
It is.
yeah,
Even just basic bagel is taken too.
yeah.
Oh, that's a shame. We got to try to fix that.
However, I've made a second Twitch account that is every bagel thing,
Oh, that's
and
great.
yeah.
Every bagel thing. That's
Every
so
bagel thing.
it in a weird way, it's so you.
Yeah, was like, how do I make everything bagel? But like, obviously, I can't make it because I think I had because I use like Twitch Prime. Shout out Twitch Prime. Um,
Yeah.
I use Twitch Prime, but it's like my mother's account, and she also
Um,
plays World of Warcraft. So she signed her BattleNet account up to get all of like the Twitch drops and stuff. So I was like, well, I need Twitch drops
gotcha.
on my account. So I made every bagel thing to yeah. I did it so I could get my own Twitch drops
There we
instead
go.
of all my mother. Thank you. Sorry, I got distracted. My mother texted me.
Speak of, her ears were ringing.
Speak of speaking of Mama Bagel.
Mama Bagel.
Mama
Well,
Bagel.
every bagel thing is hilarious because that just means you've been inside everything. So, um, he's texting.
That's not
No,
that's not what that means. No.
no, every bagel thing, bagel's been inside everything.
Every
That's what it means.
I guess. I guess I'll accept it.
You don't have to. You don't have to.
Okay. Okay.
Speaking of World of Warcraft, do you want to talk about some World of Warcraft stuff for a little bit? Considering we both are addicted as fuck to that game.
Yeah, I have one thing that is oh my back before if you don't mind.
Go for it.
Cool. I've since learned in the spirit of and it kind of segues into World of Warcraft a little bit, how we have WoW Classic now for the people who are like, I miss the old days of World of Warcraft.
Yes.
Back when it was so much harder and it wasn't, catered, whatever, whatever their opinions are. They're valid. I don't care. Um but a lot of other games are jumping on the classic bandwagon now.
Okay.
An old MMO I used to play, Perfect World. Shout out to that game from like 2003. Um,
Jeez.
they're coming out with a classic, like classic servers. Um, Freaking Grand Chase that I played back in like well into the early 2000s. They came out with a classic release of the game. And Maple Story, I've come to find out, is coming out with a classic version of the game. And I heard that in another Twitch chat, and I was like, what? Maple Story?
Yo, where's my Club Penguin Classic? Come on now. Let,
Probably in the next few years because every major developer is jumping on the classic bandwagon.
that's fine. Reset the quickest time to get banned leaderboards for Club Penguin. I want to see new strats.
Yeah.
It's
I
the
think
same strat.
also
It really comes down to ISP load time.
true.
Really,
I
Maple
think
Story Classic.
yeah, so I guess there's like a beta starting for it soon. And they were like one of the chatters was like, "Yeah, I got accepted into the Maple Story Classic beta." And I was like, "What?"
You did the biggest of
What?
double takes.
Yeah. So I don't know like the validity of it, but like, I think I saw it in a Twitch chat, so it must be true.
I never play. Yeah, don't get one guide. Uh, I never played Maple Story, but there was one game that like I remember like if it for some reason came out with a classic, I would do it just because it was a game I always wanted to play, always saw commercials for, but we never had a PC that could play it. Was that Toontown game?
So, funny story.
Oh
I need to
no.
send you I need to send you something. No, no, no. I don't know if Disney themselves cuz I think they lost like the rights or whatever.
Okay.
Um but I don't I think there is a Toontown re-release, but there's also, and it's significantly better in my opinion. I've played it recently, and if you wanted to play, I'd play with you. Toontown Rewritten is like a fan-made Toontown server because when
Okay.
Toontown closed, Disney was like, "Yeah, here's all the files for it or whatever, like we don't care."
Holy
Yeah,
base Disney? What?
yeah,
Since
like
when?
early 2000s Disney
Oh,
before,
fair.
yeah.
Back when they
But they were
cared.
like, "Yeah, yeah, they like yeah, they released some files and stuff and a group of diehard Toontown fans got together and made their own like private server style, but like now it is the main Toontown server, and like
Interesting.
it's hella active, and they're updating it with like new tunes and stuff like that. Like it's really cool.
That's really cool, honestly. Like,
I need to send it to you so that way you and I can play sometime, because I love Toontown and I miss having people to play with.
I again, it was one of those where I always saw the ads on TV, you know, to play it on Disney Channel. And I remember being like, I really want to play this game. I really want to try it. It looks awesome. But, you know,
It's
my
so
dad was on
cool.
an old Gateway PC at the time that wasn't going to run
Mm.
any game. Um, and well, it could run games. He didn't want them on there. And the PC I had, let's put it this way. I played that free Captain Crunchberry's Crunchling Adventure on that
Oh
computer.
my goodness.
And I didn't know that running at 1 frame per second wasn't good for that. Like
You know?
there was a skateboarding mini game and it felt like a PowerPoint slide with how it just like slowly moved across the screen. And it wasn't until I was much older and I saw gameplay of it on YouTube, I was like, oh, my game didn't look like that. Huh.
Yeah. I have very fond memories growing up, cuz like my family and I have always been kind of gamers, I guess you could say.
Mhm.
Early memories being playing the OG StarCraft 1. My
Oh,
parents both had
jeez.
their own computer, and they got me a computer, and we would do a 1v1v1, just like in our living room, like LAN party style. Or my mother and I played Toontown together. And that was like a lot of fun.
Shout out to
And
the
then we got in.
pylon beneath my monitor right now.
Yeah, StarCraft. Yippee.
Yippee!
Um we and I just remember a lot of playing like Toontown together, and like having those fond memories, and like getting off of school and coming home, and being like, Mom, you wouldn't play Toontown together? And she'd be like, yeah, yeah, we can hop on. And us going and like fighting cogs and like taking down like the corporate buildings and stuff. Like, I remember,
That's
and I
awesome.
loved it so much, and I want to play more. So like, if you want to play, let me know.
I'll definitely want to take a look into it because that's definitely been a game for years that like even now like I look back and going it's gonna look like shit like compared to anything we play now it's gonna look like shit but I
It
just
surprisingly doesn't.
well like I just want to experience it. I'm sure it's very like you know thinking back to when the game was released it probably compared to like MMOs now like it's gonna feel a lot like RuneScape in a way where it's like simplistic in a way compared to like you know Final Fantasy or WoW out there now. But,
Yeah.
like, I just want to experience it. That was, like, my childhood, like, I wanna play it. I wanna play this game. Dad, can I play this? Fine, I'll go back to playing Spyro, you know?
Right. I just sent you a link to
I
it,
see it
so
popped
yeah.
up on my desktop, thank you.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna have to do that sometime soon. After we
Yeah.
figure out a time to play Valheim together, because after watching you play Windrose, we really wanted
Listen,
to
listen. I told you tomorrow after work I'm down until raid.
Hey, we gotta check our vaults and try to get some other stuff, though, I mean which actually,
Man.
speaking of that, that's actually a perfect time to hop in here.
Yeah,
Uh,
segue.
segue, let's talk a little bit about WoW and some of the stuff coming up and some other things. Because you had mentioned you were kind of aware of the content patch coming out tomorrow, but not entirely everything in it.
Yeah.
So I have here, assuming, oh, no, that's the wrong button.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
That is the wrong
Sit
button.
him. Sit
It
him.
was, that
Show
was
the
both
ducks. Show
sit
the
him
ducks.
that was Sidim and also your VR chat clip. Things broke, which is I'm not surprised.
I need to send you more VR chat clips. I swear, they're so funny.
You sent me that one out of the blue. You're just like also this. And
Yeah, it's like, this is a thing. Speaking of me stimming.
what's worse is I didn't realize which character was yours until like my fifth time watching it dying of laughter.
Yeah.
It even said everything bagel above your character, and I still didn't notice that. So, anyway, Because we
Yeah.
we like World of Warcraft and we're addicted to it, we wanted to talk about some stuff upcoming and just talk about the game itself. 12.0.5 is coming out tomorrow. The
Yippee.
maintenance is from 8 a.m. Pacific to 3 p.m. So it is a big content patch. Uh, Coming with a bunch of outdoor zone stuff, a couple new ways to play, some new gearing opportunities, and a bunch of shit. So I know personally I'm excited for two or three things, but we could just start going through these whole notes if you want to and see how we feel.
Sorry.
Donowald, got it. Cool. Thanks. I'm
Yeah,
back to
yeah,
solo
yeah,
hosting.
yeah,
Let's
yeah.
go.
No,
Uh,
no, 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 no. I got you.
sure. Anyway, so we're starting off here with the Void Assaults. These are going to be some new outdoor zones where it's going to be PvE. You know, essentially think like the
Legion assaults.
not the Legion Assault, but also like the Sareki invasion after season 1 War Within, where it's that like, oh, you have to do the tasks to stop to push back the things or the Nerubians and all that's left over.
Yeah.
Weekly rotation, there'll be one. Oh, that's too far. Eversong
Whoa.
Woods and Zulaman. Um, as you can see, once completed, a new one will start in another part of the zone and just keep going over and over. Um, those are the void strikes, and then the incursion. When the strikes have been completed, there'll be just a bigger summary event. That same thing, you go stop the big bads and clear it out. Addition to that, there's also these disrupt the ritual sites,
Oh, they did that for the pre-patch, didn't they?
kind of in a way. Um, Apparently, it says you'll get to choose some challenges you'll face as you climb through the tiers. Let's see, Twilight. Oh, these are instances. Sorry, put a stop to rituals to power hungry Naga and
Oh.
Twilight Blades cultists in small 1 to 5 player instances. As you take on greater challenges, you'll be able to receive greater rewards. Players will also unlock Great World Vault for World Content Row alongside Delves and Prey. This makes me think of like a pseudo delve in a way, given that it's a 1 to 5 player instance thing.
Mm-hmm.
And as it says, like climb through the tiers for greater challenges, that makes me think similar to that. So
Mm-hmm.
players will earn field accolades from both void assaults and ritual sites as currency they can use to purchase champion and heroic quality gear. So something to farm some more gear if you haven't already on your tunes. I know my
Or
paladin
alt.
or alts.
Mm-hmm.
I know my paladin will be doing this because I still don't fucking trust him going into Mythic Plus.
Valid.
It's not good. Um, and then you were mentioning the Void Core. We've been doing that for weeks.
Yeah.
Uh, what this ends up doing is after you get the Void Forge completed and you everything here, you'll be able to create these void cores. After completed void forge, just must send it, yada yada. Um, Essentially, from my understanding for these, you can use this nebulous void core. Um, you can spend it to receive a random item for your loot specialization from that activity. So, like, if you have, say, Gaze of the Onseer, everybody wants Gaze of the Onseer, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we were to down him on heroic and it does not come down, you can then use this void core after defeating him, and you have a chance to get that item from using the void core. There's
That's
also
cool.
there's also bad luck protection in the sense that after you use it, that item, whatever it is removed from that loot pool until you've obtained everything from it. So, like, if you don't get gaze on that first use and you get whatever item, that item that you got is removed. So you get a greater chance to try to get the item you want for the next time you use it.
Okay.
So that's
That's
interesting.
yeah.
Uh, and like it says here, if you get an item from normal difficulty, it will not remove it from consideration on heroic or mythic difficulty. It would only do for normal.
Hmm.
The item level, and this is where the biggest part of this is, because it can also be treated like a reroll for loot in a Mythic Plus dungeon, to where it gives you the equivalent loot of a Great Vault reward from that Keystone level. So you finish a +10, you don't get a piece of hero gear from it, but it's a dungeon that you know there's a piece that's best in slot for you. You use it, and you can get a Myth 1/6 item from that dungeon.
Oh.
So between this, I believe you get 2 charges of it to start, if I'm not mistaken. Plus your vault, if you've ran a +10, you have a chance for 3 myth level pieces in a week, which is going to be a huge boost for players.
Yeah.
Yeah, the total number of nebulous void cores available to a character increases by 2 every week for the remainder of the season. Oh, okay, here it is. So smaller loot pools and power of raid items, these will require 2 void cores upon defeating a raid boss, but Mythic Plus will only cost 1. So you
That
weigh
makes
your
sense,
options.
though.
It does, because like it says, the smaller loot pool and just how best in slot some items are. Shout out Gaze
Yeah.
of the Allseer again. It makes sense.
Everybody's biz.
It's crazy that it shows up for DPS healers and tanks.
Yeah. It's
Like,
just good.
it's just so good. So this is actually a pretty huge thing to try to snipe some gear. And it makes me excited because there's some pieces that like I've just never been able to see. Granted, you still could roll this and then just get stuck with a not BIS myth tier item, but you still get a myth item. That's the craziest thing. And as a +10s are not that hard this season, that's huge.
Yeah. So
So
you mean I don't have to run my Sara anymore?
if you get what you need to, no, you don't
I
need to.
need I need something from my Sara. Yeah, I need my hands from my Sara.
So shout out to everybody who's going to be running Nexus Point Zenus for this whole week, trying to get both those rings on mythic tier level.
Yeah.
I will be the one person wanting to run Seed of Triumvirate to try for those damn plate gloves, because every single one of my plate wearers wants those gloves.
I need Skyreach.
Oh God, you can get out of here.
I know. I need like my Sara Skyreach and Nexus Point, I think, for my BIS.
Oh my goodness.
It sucks. I have like the worst 3 dungeons.
Honestly, my Sara to me isn't nearly as bad as long as people do the mech on the first boss. Like, that's where I'm finding most of the keys brick for me for that area.
So what I'm hearing is I need to stop getting intoxicated when I run it.
I just need you to stand in the damn trap, Ash. Like, that's all I need you to do.
I mean,
No, but
everything in me says not to stand in the trap.
but it also doesn't help when that mech goes off at the same time the tank buster does, and I accidentally get hit by the bird, because I get sent
Yeah.
all the way to fucking Narnia up in the air. So
Yeah.
that's on me. After the Nebulous, there's also the Ascendant Void Cores. It looks like a powerful tool capable of manipulating to empower worthy equipment. Essentially, this will make a weapon or trinket increase its item level.
That's
So
huge.
similar to like past seasons where they just extended the eye level cap only for upgraded hero and myth, and maximum radiance crafted items and trinkets are eligible. So I believe it's only like a small item level upgrade, but still, if you can go above the mythic level, that's going to be a nice little boost.
So upgrade your Gaze of the Allseer. Got it.
Yeah, no kidding. Go even further beyond.
Just be more BIS than your BIS. Easy.
Yo, dog, I heard you like bis, so I bissed your bis with my bis.
Exclamation point stim.
How is that a stim? That's not fair. Anyway, now for the next thing that's coming up that I am actually really excited for. Decor duels.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't love prop hunt in WoW? They've
Yeah.
When they first announced they were going to try this out during the State of Azeroth last year, I was actually really excited because it's such a cool concept. It's a cool idea to try it out. And who doesn't love prop hunt?
I love prop hunt. I
Like,
love prop hunt so much.
whether it's in Gary's mod or heck, even Call of Duty has
Yeah.
prop hunt, I'm pretty sure.
One of them, yeah.
So it's like, why wouldn't we want it? I think there's some housing decor items you can earn. Oh, there's an amount too. Toys and housing decor that you can get.
Ooh.
Players can join in a team versus team hide and seek style game through the group finder tool in the PvP tab, shockingly enough, to either hide as various housing decor
mean-
items or seek those out who have donned the guise as an item.
PvP makes sense though.
It does. I'm hoping that there's a way to like set up customs for this. Like to where like if we had a guild event with Red Arc to make a 6v6 or even just like a or however big the team is, you know, I would love to be able to do in-house events for this.
Yeah.
And if it's just PvP matchmaking, I'm going to be kind of upset. Excuse me. Moving on. We have the Abyss Anglers. Now you would think this is just a fishing event. No. It's not. You're not using your fishing skill. Apparently, you're going to be diving down to spear as many fish you can to rack up points. You can unlock fishing rewards as well as upgrade your diving gear to stay down longer. It's kind of like its own little mini game with its own loot table as well. But there's also some things you can get, such as cosmetics, like a new diving suit variant, I believe, is one of the biggest things there. So just something else to do. I'll probably try it once, but that is what it is.
I was to say it seems cute, but it also seems to me like something that I'm only gonna do like as a necessity.
This very much gives the same vibes as Abundance.
That's what I was about to say. I was like, I can't think of the name, but like it's very much like that other thing.
The thing that lags out a zone that nobody likes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Let's see. There's a bunch of class changes, yada 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 yada. We're not going to go through all of those. Definitely take a look if your classes. Oh, let's look at your thing. Discipline. You're getting a bunch of changes. Congrats.
And holy, I get one change.
And
Cool.
holy, you
As
get
if I
one.
play either of them anymore.
This is a big thing here. Some people are excited for, some are not. There's a new Mythic Plus achievement. If you get 3,400 rating, you get a time loss saddle that can exchange for a mount of your choice. These mounts include a variety of new mounts as well as Keystone Master and Legend mounts from previous seasons. So, if you do want to take a look at some of those mounts, or you missed out on a mount that was tied to Mythic Plus, this would be pretty good. 3,400 is going to be up there. Granted, we know 10s are a bit difficult. I think 3,400, if I'm not mistaken, is around 14s across the board, if I'm not mistaken. But that'll be cool. And then the new achievement for the Umbral Champion for the top 1% of players in your region with the exclusive mount, as always. That's now in there. But that's pretty cool to give like another milestone, because I feel like the rating achievement we've seen for this season with how simple Mythic Plus has been was super achievable compared to those past. So, especially if it's a chance to get some older ones, I'm a sucker for older mounts that I can't get anymore. So Shout out to Invincible, which to this day I still can't fucking get to drop.
What the heck?
Dude, even during the collector's bounty event, hated me.
That's okay. I barely got any mounts from the collector's bounty either, so like, don't feel bad.
Yeah, but you also like did all the secrets for that before then. Which have you
mean-
checked out the new secret hub thing that's out there?
I've checked it out, but I haven't done all the secrets yet, so I need to.
Gotcha. And then this doesn't affect us because we're not there yet and doubt we will.
Mythic.
But they did do a little bit of a reduction to some damage and stuff for mythic difficulty on Lura. Given that
Well,
Race the World
yeah.
First has completed, they want more people to be able to finish that. Other than that, like there's some changes to housing, like added a pop-up to warn about decor attached to your house before swapping. But other than that, there's really not much. I like how the only PvP thing is just this for Monk. So shout out Mistweaver because you apparently are so much of a problem child. You get your own section for PvP. And yeah, that's more or less everything. Oh, this was another thing I'm super excited for. Transmog. There's new weapon sheathing options.
Yes. Yes,
So where
yes.
you can change if you want your weapons on your side, your back, or completely hidden. And it can also be per slot too. So if you have dual wield or what have you, that's awesome. You also have an outfit command to where you could just type out the outfit to have that happen. And for those that really like to go all out, you do have 2 more situations added with weather and time of day for when you want certain outfits to show. So if you like your raincoat when it's rainy, if you like, wearing heavier stuff at night versus in the morning, you have those options. I love it. I only
Our
have
peers are gonna go insane.
Oh my god, I know. I only ever use the same outfit on all of my tunes, but I just like seeing this change of like them adding more options because like I could definitely use the sheathing one because there's so many weapons that just like look like ass on your back, like pole arms specifically.
Mm-hmm.
That just I'd rather just not have it out. Shove it up my tune's ass. He doesn't need it there. I don't get why that's funny.
Valid.
Whoop, that's the wrong button. Let's see if I fucked that up. But yeah, that's everything that's coming with tomorrow, and that's why it's gonna be such a long update, is because they've got a bunch of shit they need to make sure works, and inevitably will still break no matter what.
Yeah. Put your bets in chat. How over or under is maintenance gonna be tomorrow?
Answer is yes. For those
Yeah.
that want to spoil the bet.
Yeah. I don't
Ul-
think it's gonna be on time.
Ultimately, I'm curious how you feel about the game so far with Midnight and everything, because we've obviously gone through all the raids. We've seen the story up to the point. We're coming into the next half patch, and the patch after that's going to introduce the the one boss mini raid before we hit the next major content patch later this year. Probably in the
We
next
get one
month or
more
so.
raid?
We do. There's going to be in 12.0.7, there's going to be a single boss raid as well. It will also have the option to have flex raid team mythic difficulty to where you can have
Oh,
between 15 to 25 players do mythic instead of needing the hard cap 20.
that is good to know
Yes.
because smaller guilds and smaller raid teams will be able to actually look into Mythic without having pugs that are like, "You just carry me through Mythic."
Yes. Will not need to fight the roster boss as much.
As
I
much. I mean, yeah.
it's definitely going to be interesting. But yeah, I'm curious how you feeling about the game.
I I've been enjoying the expansion. I will say that much. Um, I've hit the point that I usually hit with expansions where I go super hard and then I reach the point where I'm like, yeah, I could kind of do whatever I want. and now I'm like, well, I'm just waiting for that whatever I want, which is usually raid.
Mm,
Um, I guess I could get into more decor and stuff, but like I've hit the point where I'm like, I enjoy playing WoW and I get on for raids and I get on when like people need help with like mythics or whatever, but like other than that, I'm like, I'd go play something else.
well, you don't want to
But I do
burn
that
yourself
every
out.
season. I do that every season. I'm one of those players where I'm like, go hard for the first few months, get everything done, and then, chill until the next season.
For sure. Yeah, because you don't want to burn yourself out completely ahead of, it's just the first season. Knowing we probably
Yeah.
have at least 2 more until the last Titan comes around. You don't want to just go, you
Yeah.
know what? I burned myself out. I'm sick of this. I don't want to see WoW at all for the next year. So, no, that makes
That's what
sense.
I've done the past few expansions. So what I did last expansion, actually, I got really into season 1. Yeah, it went
Mm.
super hard and got super burnt out and didn't come back until like what, the middle to end of season 3?
Yeah, when I convinced you to come raid with us.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't really care to do anything on the game.
Yeah. It is hitting that point where like it's now if you're not raiding, trying to progress and take on the higher difficulty, it's either you're running Mythic Plus for IO
Hmm.
or you're just collecting. And if you're not really into that to hold into, it's like, okay, what am I logging on for? And that I get that so much. And like there's even times like even though I've set myself the goal of 3K on each of my tanks, there's times where it's even like I'm like, okay, do I really want to just run these dungeons over and over again? Like I'll do it because
Right.
I love it and I enjoy the game. But you also gotta teeter it with I'm also playing for raid. Do I want to just burn myself out before raid comes and deal with the inevitable frustration that comes with that?
Right. Right. There's an interesting question. If we didn't go super hard for Mythic Plus and raids, how would we spend our time playing? Um, I'll go first because
Go
fuck
for it.
you.
Wow. Okay, here, take the full
I'm
camera
sorry. I'm
too.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
Go. No,
sorry.
go
No,
for it.
no, no.
Go
I don't
for
want
it.
the whole camera. No, bring me back. Bring me back. I don't like it. I don't like it. Thank you. I actively used to, and I probably still would, do my weekly mount runs. I'm a big mount collector. Welgo knows.
Mhm.
I dedicate
Bitch
way
loves her
too much
mounts.
time. Yeah, I dedicate way too much time doing old content just for mounts. So I would do all my dungeons and raids and all the old content to get all of that. Maybe some transmog because my priest has nothing because I've only played a hunter and demon hunter up until this season.
Yeah.
I don't have a whole lot of cloth, but yeah, just doing old content for me mostly. Maybe fishing. I like fishing.
You know what's nice about the running old content now, and I like this change they did for transmogs, is if you get a full set of a certain difficulty, you get all the appearances for the lower difficulties behind it. And I love that change.
I love that, except it doesn't help me when I have the like with Ice Crown, for example, I had gotten every piece of gear for my Demon Hunter, for example, because I think I was running on my Demon Hunter whenever I finally got Invincible. Or was it my Hunter? I don't remember. One of the two. But I had all the pieces for that character already unlocked by the time I got the mount that I was going for. Same with Dragon Soul. When I finally got all of the mounts,
Oh
I
god,
already had all
Dragon
the
Soul.
transmog, but I love Dragon Soul.
It's a good
Um
raid, but doing the spine boss by yourself was a pain until
Sucks.
they recently
Yes.
changed it. They made it a lot better.
They changed it. What?
I'm pretty sure
See, I
they
haven't.
changed it recently to where like it's easier to do solo, if I'm not mistaken, with the exploding of the globules and everything.
What? No. Bring me back to hard mode. I loved doing Spine. Spine was so fun.
Okay,
It was
then
such a no, like
masochist, Jesus.
unironically, not even sarcasm. Not even sarcasm. I love doing Spine solo. It is so fun.
You just like pain. That's all.
Yeah, it's fine. But no, I already had all the pieces of gear for that tune. And then they implemented, oh well, if you get it on like all of your like you pick up cloth and you're a mail wearer, like, you know. And I'm
Mhm.
like, that doesn't help me now. So now I have to go back and redo all of them just to get all the
Gotcha.
transmog pieces.
Gotcha. I would say for me, the thing I would be doing is I'm definition an alcoholic. I love experiencing the game through different characters. So, as much as I'm a tank main and I love my tanks, even just having all six, trying to grind up and get the gear and run and stuff, the game changes so significantly, I feel, between your play styles with just the tanks that then trying to do it on, a DPS character when I'm a tank player, getting to learn rotations, getting to learn what I can survive, what I can't, and seeing mechanics from the lens of a DPS. To me, that's how I'd be doing it. Because, I can do Nightmare Praise and tier 11 Delves as a tank, you know, 20 eye levels under what I should because I'm a tank. But if I were to go in as a DPS character, I'm getting my shit kicked in. So getting to experience all that and just seeing how it feels, it's that's how I would enjoy playing the game. Like, heck, even just going from melee tanks to then playing, my warlock is such a huge change to the game and how it feels. So, also, Ultra's going crazy in chat because it is only, in fact, one slime needed instead of multiple. That's the change they made.
Set. Give me hard mode. I'm only doing it hard mode now.
You can do it however you want. I'm just letting you know the rest of us are thankful for the change. Just like I'm thankful that there's a scroll you can skip to go to Garrosh in Siege of Orgrimmar.
True. Now that I'm thankful for.
That one is entirely like the best swap. Now, if only they did that for ICC, then I'd be happy.
They're not going to update that old of content.
Not until The Last Titan, because we're going to hold Northrend revamp.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe we'll get a nice. Maybe
No,
we'll get a nice. Just
they'll
that.
still have it be the same for, they'll say Lich King Dalaran, and then because obviously Dalaran's not going to be in Northrend for The Last Titan when we go there. That shit's
Well, no,
gone.
because Dalaran's gone. Yeah.
So what the hell's going to be our hub for then? Probably just the Wormrest Accord Temple. I would hate that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Same.
Just build a new city.
Well, we'll probably watch us get invited into ICC as Bolvar's guest, and it's just like the super friendliest place ever, and all the World of Wokecraft stuff starts up again.
Oh my goodness. What if we get new Dalaran?
There's a new Dalaran?
Well, you remember, because we had old Dalaran,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then what was it, 2 expansions ago we had the new improved Dalaran.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess in both timelines they crashed. But what if we get a new Dalaran?
No, because they said, no, we're not going to have one in the War Within, so.
Oh.
Did you not do that quest line where they sent everything off in boats and said, hey, this is for everybody lost?
Well, yeah, but it wouldn't put me I wouldn't put it past Blizzard to be like, yeah, new Dalaran.
This time it'll work.
Yeah.
Dalaran 3, the redalaraning. Some shit.
Listen, I believe if they've confirmed it's not gonna appear, however, I wouldn't put it past them.
Just give me that Dalaran jail dungeon for the 5th time and we'll be good. No, don't do that. I forget even the name. The Violet Citadel or whatever the hell it is. I don't like that one. That dungeon takes way too long for what it is.
And before they put it in the next Mythic season.
How? Where? There would be no routes to that. It's literally just, okay, one pack at a time. Let's go. This one, then this one, then this one, then this one.
No.
Then
They
boss.
just expand it and make it a mega dungeon. Or you have to unlock all of them instead of just 4 of them or whatever.
Why do you hate me?
I don't know. I don't hate you. I'm just thinking.
Dude, don't.
Okay, I'll turn my brain off. Bye.
Uh, but no, I am excited for the Northrend revamp just because I love Northrend. Shocker, a WoW player enjoying Northrend and Wrath of the Lich King. Literally everybody but Ultra.
I will say a lot of the soundtrack from Northrend and like the Wrath DLC or like DLC expansion in general.
Yeah,
I love the music so much. Like I
Grizzly
just love the
Hills is
soundtrack.
second to none.
Yes.
Grizzly Hills is so incredible. Like, even because I had that old intro where I was showing off all the horde bases that I found.
Hmm.
Recording the one in Grizzly Hills was my favorite just because I got to listen to that music again. It's
So good.
it's so good. And even not Grizzly Hills, but even like Borean Tundra and all those, like
Hmm.
just the style, that like Nordic style of music is so pristine and peaceful. It's so good.
It's one of my favorite zones, like in the game.
Hmm.
I love it. Like just the entire Northrend. I love Northrend so much.
Which makes me really curious. And like, I'm excited for the revamp and the update to Northrend, but like, and they've said in the state of Azeroth, they're taking it very carefully because they know it's iconic to so many players and so many people's memory of the game. That if they fuck that up, they will never recover.
I
So
was about to say, if they fuck it up, I'm gonna be mad.
there's not going to be a hype for another expansion after that because you would have killed the entire player base's love for the game. But I just, God, I'm hoping it's good. You know, it'd be a really cool touch. You know, if they update it, being like, oh, this is post Wrath of the Lich King. Everything that's happened has happened. If like
Hmm.
they have the Ice Crown Zone, and in the northern part, there's like the ruined remains of the Argent tournament. Given that we haven't been back there for years, but we just left the building in that spot, that would be a really cool touch.
That would be, yeah.
Or like
All of this
some
is
of the
just reminding
conflicts.
me.
Go ahead.
Go on. No, go, go, go.
I was just gonna say, or like some of the conflict zones that we previously had are like there but aged and weathered. Cause like, you know, that was big gung ho with the whole like hard metal for the horde sections, to just see like some of that crumbling or falling apart, or if the Nerubians are still covering it or anything.
Fair.
But
Fair.
you were gonna say,
Completely off topic, but all of this is reminding me I need to go camp Timeless Proto Drake.
I still need to do that too. I have not gotten that
Yeah.
Drake. Bro, give me some updated Proto Drake mounts from Northrend. Cause those
Honestly.
drakes are so good. I remember looking at those and thinking those were some of the coolest animals in WoW that could be mounts. Like obviously there's some, but like give me some updated ones that look so good. Like the Proto Drake,
Hope.
the red dragon for Dragonflight that you got for dragon riding. That was one of
Yeah.
my favorites to customize because it was so awesome.
I hope maybe that they don't rework the old mounts because like the old mounts have charm to them,
Oh
but
yeah.
we have the ones like the Nether Drakes that they have updated models for in this current expansion.
Oh, for sure.
Hopefully we get that with like the what was it, the glory mounts for ICC and Old War. I would love to see both of them with like updated models. That'd be really cool.
Oh, absolutely. I think that would be very smart of them to do because then you play into the nostalgic people love about Northrend while also
Mm-hmm.
modernizing it. I
I'd
would
love it.
I would fucking kill though. Do you remember the quest line in Dragonblight where you had to go to the bronze shrine and help your future and past self in two separate quests?
Yeah.
I would love to see them still keep that somehow and then like have your character show up for your past self, but it's like the old like character models. Still keep the armor, but it's like the pixelated, like hard-edged models pre was it Draenor before we got the visual
Mm-hmm.
updates. That would be cool. That would be fantastic.
I honestly like I know we're fresh into this expansion, but I can't wait to see like them start to talk about the next expansion and like what they plan on doing.
Oh, for sure. We still have plenty to see what they're gonna do with everything now, but it's cool to kind of experience and like hear because we've known about the whole, the World Soul Saga. So since Metzen showed up and said, "Hey, we're gonna give you 3 expansions," and that was a whole God. Some of the criticisms of that I still roll my eyes at, but
Yeah.
it's it is exciting because they're putting extra care into it, knowing that's where they want to go. They've announced this is where they want to go, and people's expectations are going to be so high of it. I think that's going to be incredible to see for sure.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
It is funny though seeing people talk about it now and saying how WoW still has a story problem.
I mean, yesn't, I guess.
If Face was here, he'd go off about how Final Fantasy is better, but he's not. Um,
I
but
mean, that's comparing, apples to starfish, that's two completely different things.
yeah, he and I watched, I believe it's Bellular had a video talking about the problems with WoW storytelling. And if you guys haven't seen the video, like I like Bellular's deep dives into the videos. I'll have it linked below. But this one to me, like I get where he's coming from. His main complaints with the story of just like there's no time for us to breathe with it. It felt very rushed, and yet things didn't pay off. And he uses like the Dawnwell as an example of like that whole orchestral buildup to show the 5 races of elves coming together. But it's like there's no attachment to it in a way. And like I could see where he's coming from, but at the same time, we've been playing from day one and seeing this story build up of like, we're gonna take the fight to Zalatath. Oh no, we fucked up. We need help. Like it makes sense in that top story, but if you like obviously came in now and spent through the story, you're gonna think, oh, this is way too fast. Type thing.
Yeah.
It just I feel people I and I'm not gonna say WoW's storyline is perfect. There's plenty of holes and gaps and things that they introduce and then never pay us off for. But this one I feel like they at least did some work to try to build it up more. And I'm absolutely enjoying myself.
I mean, I like the expansion so far. I do.
I'm excited to
I'm
see where
just
the hell we go for the next season.
Yeah. Yeah,
Because
for sure.
a lot of people are thinking it's going to be that island off the coast for the trolls, which would make sense because that's a whole
Yeah.
zone that we just can't visit. But like even it wasn't pointed out till I saw Umbric and Romoth talking after the Dawnwell came up that watching the cinematic after the Midnight raid, the Midnight Falls raid, that there was actually a bunch of void creatures piling down into this void well or the dark well. It's like, oh shit. They were sending whole ass armies down there. That's gonna be a problem.
Hmm. The problem we're gonna have to take care of.
Of course, because they can't do shit on their own.
Mm-mm.
They always need us.
Just the
Is
World
what
of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft, where we have thousands of armies, but these 10 hodgepodge characters somehow do more damage than thousands of paladins.
This conversation, this is gonna be a bit of a stretch, but there's a series going back to like Netflix and stuff. It started out as a YouTube series called Bee and Puppy Cat, and I love that series so much. It's so good. But there's an episode where one of the jobs that they have to take is in like a video game world,
Okay.
and it's like, oh, I could, you know, use my friend that is max level to go fight, the big bad of this world, or I can go do little side quests and get level up myself and stuff. And one of them is literally, can you get that shovel for me? And it's like 2 feet away. Like this is kind of how this conversation feels.
Oh my god.
I'll have to show it to you sometime. It's
Please.
one of my I love being Puppy Cat. It is a comfort show for me. It's so good. I watch it like all the time. It's so good.
Have you seen, was it Viva La Dirt League with their sketches about their like MMO game and just like NPCs having to give out quests to these people and stuff?
Yeah.
That's another one that just like makes fun of MMOs in such a great way. Where it's like,
It's great.
I need you to pick these flowers, and it's like right behind, and the guy's just angrily like, these ones right here. It's like, yep, that's so many starting quests. Absolutely. So,
Yeah.
I do think because we're at about 2 hours here. I know we got a bit of a hard out, but I think this is a great place. I think this was a fun time, Ish. I don't know how you
Hell
feel.
yeah.
This is great.
I'm vibing with it. I like it.
It was a great time talking. I've run out of almost every single topic I think I had on my sheet here, which is incredible. And then we got even more, which is awesome. So
I came in blind and am continuing blind. Anything I
there's
say
a
is
lore
just
drop. Ash is
straight from
actually
my brain.
there's some more lore drop for you. Ash is actually blind in real life. So when she said she's
Add it
coming
to
in
the
blind,
file.
add it to the Epstein files. Anyway.
No, we're not calling it that. Stop. Hate it.
Oh my goodness. But no, I appreciate having you. This has been a lot of fun, and
Yeah.
we'll be back next week, and I think you're going to be joining us, right?
Yeah, I should be around.
Perfect. So
I
then we'll do
have a couple of Mondays I may or may not be able to, but I'll let you know about them.
at any rate, you're still the executive producer of this show, Ash, and that's all we can thank you
Blink.
for.
Blink,
Blink.
blink.
It is what it is. But thank you everybody for watching this. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. This has been absolutely fun, just yapping for 2 hours about whatever comes to mind, and man, a lot came to mind. So we'll be
Yeah.
we'll be ending the show here. We'll be uploading this tomorrow during regular scheduled maintenance. And if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much for joining us today. We will see you next week, Tuesday. And if you want to watch live, feel free to head over to twitch.tv/Wellgo, where we'll do this every Monday starting at 12 p.m. Central Time. Until then, Ash, you got anything else you want to say to the fine people? Good
Hate crime,
job.
do gay.
Okay.
Happy 420, y'all.
Happy
Celebrate
420.
responsibly.
Have a good one, everybody. You have a great day. Before we go, I'd like to give a special shout out to everyone over on the Patreon, as well as thank you again for watching this video. If you liked what you saw and want to see more like it, please consider subscribing. That way you're guaranteed to see more of my content, and it's the best way to support the channel and the work that I do. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.